Welcome to another episode of Showcase on Sevens TV. Today we are going to meet a very special and unique family, the Forseen family. Their story is extremely inspirational and motivational. Let's meet them. Over to the Forseen family.
Kia ora talofa, my name is Samantha. I grew up in Auckland and Greyland, Ponsonby. I went to Rite Mana, Kohanga-reo, Newton Central and Freeman's Bay Primary Schools, St. Mary's College and Manureo High School. I'm Māori, Samoan, European, and I also attended Canterbury University for a little while until the first big Christchurch earthshake. Then I spent some time being a mama. I had my first baby in Christchurch, and unfortunately that relationship didn't work out, but I found my husband again, who I fell in love with at high school, and we moved to Gisborne eventually, where I had an interest in studying social work, and that started my big journey in the mental health awareness space.
Hello, g'day everybody, my name's Jason. I come from a small, beautiful place called Waituhi, which is a part of Gisborne. Grew up there until I was 18, moved up to Auckland, got a huge culture shock coming from a small town like mine, and studied at MIT doing communications and sports science. And then I started to go out flatting with some friends for a couple of years and met Samantha along the way while I was working for a Māori organisation. And we have 4 children and have a passion for music as well as so many other things.
Hello everybody, my name is Limoni Amalsulu. I come from a very small island within the Pacific Island called Samoa. I was born and raised there till about 5 years old. Life was always a struggle in Samoa, and thank God for my old man for making the way to bring me and my brother here in New Zealand, where we attended a blind school. Back then was called Homai Vision Education. Then I attended James Cook High School, then Manureo High School. Got level 1 and 2 in CA for music after college. Got into some gigging, teaching, and also inspiring at the same time different people, people with disabilities, people with different mindsets in life, and we got to do a whole heap of discovering as well, just seeing how other people relate to us people with disability, and that was a big factor within my life. Got married with a beautiful wife, Talveifo, and my beautiful children. Shout out to my kids. I have 4 beautiful children, and life is just really good. Meeting Sam was probably one of the best things that happened to me.
Okay, so I have been diagnosed with 3 different eye conditions. The first one is congenital cataracts, and basically this just, it has a massive impact on glare in like being outside in the sun, and even on overcast days it's really quite challenging. My other 2 conditions are stationary night blindness, which is pretty self-explanatory, and the last condition I have is nystagmus, which creates kind of a shaky movement in the eyes and makes focusing a bit of a task. But nonetheless, I'm grateful that our Lord gave me this little bit of sight that I do have, just to be able to navigate this life. And who knows, if I was a bit more fortunate with the sight, then I could have been lacking a bit more spiritually. So I'm very grateful for what we have, and to meet these lovely people and be a part of a group where we can all express ourselves and tell our story, with our vision being one of the focus points, not intentionally, but that's how it is.
My eye condition is called glaucoma. I can't see far. So if someone was to stand in front of me, that'll be how far I can see them. If they walk out any further, then yeah, that's me gone. I won't be able to see anybody.
And for me, I can see basically nothing because my optic nerve, which is the part that's between your eyes and your brain, was completely damaged. So even though my eyes actually work and completely capture the images, they can't be, I guess, translated is a good way to put it. And so sometimes I can see really bright light because my brain decides that's really powerful and it lets it through. But otherwise, basically zero.
And basically for me, it's kind of whatever you guys can see from 60 meters away, I would have to stand roughly 2 meters away. That's just to give an idea of distance. And also color for me is not very, my perception of color is very lacking. So I'm grateful that my children can see their colors and tell me what color things are and stuff like that.
What's really inspirational here, Samantha, Jason, and Moni, is to see the spirit that you're keeping alive inside you, which I think is really an absolutely motivational platform to the community. Can you tell us a little more about the Four Scene family?
I went down to Gisborne when these guys were living down in Gisborne. Shout outs to G-Town.
Taira Whiti.
And we were asked to do a performance at one of the local, what was it? Taverns down there.
/ shop. It's
Slash
beautiful,
shop.
like go to the get your milk, takeaways.
We decided to take the challenge. We were trying to come up with a name for ourselves. A name that'll describe us as people. We weren't really too focused on being serious about it. We just needed a name that time. And then Four Scene just happened to come along. And so we went with it. And then after that performance, we actually got good feedback from people saying that we should take this somewhere. And then later on down the line, we started writing songs and stuff, and never got to finish them, of course, because these guys were living down there, and I was all the way up here. But then we actually found the inspiration through God, to lead us, and now we're actually taking it to wherever we can, however far we can take it. Yeah.
At the time I was studying social work, and Itu Whānau launched a competition for original music. It's a competition they run every year, and we entered that competition.
So you started your musical journey together as a Four Scene family from then?
Yes.
Yes, that's when we recorded our actual first original and
Released it.
put it out there. Yeah.
Now coming to the Four Scene family's future goals and the current aspirations, could you share a few of it with us?
Yes, most certainly. So our dreams and aspirations consist of community activist type work where we're getting involved in whether it be youth or whether it be organizations that are just starting out as well as us, and linking with those who have not yet had a chance to express themselves. And the music thing is a part of that, but not the entirety.
Our main goal is to network with individuals and families around the country, mostly I guess to engage with people in a way that suits them. And the way that I put that is working with all Indigenous people, and everyone is Indigenous to somewhere. And that is how we are including everybody. And for us it's about, rather than fitting people into a box that we design, we prefer to say that we'll design the box for you. Rather, not a box, but an environment that works for, say, the individual or family that we're connecting with.
That's beautiful indeed.
Every day we work with whānau, every day we work with individuals. Let's do what we do, but do it in a planned, organised way so that we can do more. And so I guess we were at that point, and along came a lovely Blue Bubble taxi driver. Hey guys. And we met this awesome man during COVID lockdown 1, the first time. And I guess he got to be a part of our bubble, which we really enjoyed. Bubble, yeah. You know, we've started our little baby YouTube channel to try and network with other families and reach out to inspire, and a little bit of social media things going on. But our beautiful taxi driver got to, I guess, witness us recording. And he thought, hey, I have this great idea for you guys. Why don't you make a tribute for our amazing Prime Minister? Oh, do you guys like our Prime Minister? And yes, we love our Prime Minister. She's awesome.
We listened to the tune, knew what the tune was straight away, and we looked at ourselves and we were like, oh my gosh.
We were sort of like, oh man, honestly, it's a cool idea, but we can't really afford to record this song or make a video. Just being honest. And he was like, no, I want to do this for you guys, and we'll do it together. So, and he was like, it's really important. As we were asking him for ideas, you know, what shall we say? He's like, keep Jeho and say Jacinda Terry. So for the record, Jacinda Terry means that Jacinda, our Prime Minister, deserves to be praised for her amazing work that she's done.
So also with the song, speaking of diversity, we were able to, even though we only had 2 Hindi words, we were able to include English, Māori and Samoan. And so it's one of those songs that if you're from either of those ethnicities, or even if you have family, it'll still lead you to have a listen and get your feet tapping, you know. It's kind of one of those sort of songs, and I think we like how it turned out.
Song, and thanks to Pultar Singh. Samantha, you did mention sometime back about the next generation. Do you have any message for the upcoming generation? Any lessons?
Love it how you really put me on the spot there, Shoba. That's awesome, because I deserve that. It tests me and I enjoy it. So I think there are just so many things to be said, and it's hard to come up with a message that will cover the entire community.
I think the best way to put it is, don't follow the trend, but be the trend.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
think that's probably, yeah.
And I guess, you know, it's possible. Anything is possible.
Lovely. I think the entire episode would not be complete without hearing the 3 of you sing.
Alright, so we're just going to do a small snippet of our very first original that we wrote. It's called Positive Music. Find it on the Foreseen Family YouTube channel and check it out. And here we go, guys.
Also check us out on Facebook.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, what a wonderful feeling.
What a wonderful feeling.
Positive music, the world keeps healing.
So let's celebrate from now until we see the stars.
Oh, what a wonderful feeling.
Right
Here where we are.
That's amazing and an absolute wonderful feeling indeed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shoba.
Thank you, Shaba.
It's such a wonderful feeling indeed. So see you with more such exciting episodes. in Showcase from Sevens TV. Until then, Shobha.